What's up, guys? Welcome back to World of Tanks. And, kind of. It's story time. You can tell by the title of the video, I'm talking about the IRS today. And honestly, the video is just something to watch while I ramble on about my interaction, if you will. So, full disclosure, what happened was I had a Jeep Compass financed through Wells Fargo. It was a nice vehicle, it was. However, within 2 years of me owning my Jeep Compass, financed by Wells Fargo, it was stolen. And it was wrecked to the point where they had to basically acid wash the VIN number to figure out that it was even my vehicle. That's how bad they screwed this car up. Like, they firebombed my car after they stole it. They wrecked it. They firebombed it. They found it just north of the southern border in Texas. Who knows, guys? So anyways, I get the police report, everything. The whole thing was long and convoluted. It took almost a year for the whole thing to be said and done with everybody involved. Called my insurance company, gave them all the information. These motherfuckers, they refused to pay off the vehicle. They refused. They gave all these different bylaws and stuff like that, all these different fine print in the insurance, and basically they did everything they could to not pay off the vehicle. They paid off some of it, but they didn't pay off the whole thing like they should. I thought about taking it to court, but then I was like, is it really worth it? No, it's not worth it. So, moving past that, Wells Fargo was like, oh, well, you still owe us money for that car. And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't have the car anymore. The insurance should have paid it off. Your fight is with them. It's not with me. And I refused to pay out the vehicle. Now, in retrospect, should I have just paid off the vehicle? Yes. But I'm a cranky old bastard who just doesn't give a flip, so I didn't. I'm not going to pay for something that I do not own, for something that I cannot physically drive. So I refused to pay it off. It went to collections. I refused to pay off collections. Again, should I have just done it? Yes. But I am who I am, so I didn't. So what Wells Fargo did, because they're spiteful, is they said, okay, well, you owe us this money. You're obviously not going to pay it. So we're just going to report that money that you owe us to the IRS as income, which they can legally do. They can legally do that. So the IRS sends me a notice saying, oh, hey, you owe $720 in unreported income. This is after, mind you, this is after they had already given me a refund check. So I had already filed my taxes and everything else. And they went, yeah, everything's good. And then all of a sudden, no, everything's not good. You owe us money. So they calculated it all out. It turned out that I owed them $720. And this was last year, June of last year. And so at this point in time, I'm like, oh crap, the IRS is involved. I better just pay it. You know, just get it done and over with. The $720, honestly, was cheaper than what I had owed Wells Fargo. It was. So in the long run, it was worth it. I paid less, essentially, and everything's good now. So I paid it off. You go online and you go through this company called API and all that good stuff. It's kind of difficult to figure out how to do it, but once you figure it out, it's pretty easy. So I went and paid it. June 10th of 2022 is when I paid it. That's the exact date. So I pay it. Not even 3 days later, I get a notice from the IRS saying, hey, you still owe us money, and now we're going to put interest charges on it as well. And if you don't pay us, we're also going to put in a late fee. And I'm like, dude, I already paid it. This obviously came in late. It went through snail mail, so it was probably generated before they got my information. No big deal. So I ignore it. 3 months later, roughly 3 months later, I get another notice from the IRS saying, hey, you still owe us money. We're also tacking on a 2.3 monthly interest charge because of this that you owe us, and we're putting on the late payment. So I'm like, well, shit, this isn't cool. Again, I'm like, whatever, they'll figure it out. I ignore it. I continue to ignore it. I get like 2 or 3 more of these notices, right? I continue to ignore it. I'm like, screw it. Eventually, they're going to figure it out. All somebody has to do is go into my account before they send off these letters and go, oh, look at that. He did make this payment. So that never happened because, oh my God, why would anybody at the IRS bother to look at an account to see if it was paid before spending the time, energy, and money to send off a letter saying, hey, you owe us money, when you don't? And I get blowed up here. But, so, whatever. This whole situation just infuriated me, all right? And then I file my taxes this year. Everything's good to go. Everything's fine. And I get a letter from the IRS saying, oh, hey, you still owe us all this money, plus the interest, plus the late fees. And since you're obviously not going to pay us, we're just going to go ahead and take a little bit at a time. So we're going to take $109 from you without your consent, without your permission, and with no legal right to do so in any way, shape, or form. They literally stole $109 from me. They stole it from me. They had no right to take that money because I had already paid it. They took that money without bothering to check if they had any right to do so. This is how inept the IRS is, and the United States government continues to fund these assholes. They continue to fund them when they're fucking stealing, flat out, bold-faced stealing from people. And I'm not even going to talk about federal taxes as it is. That's theft as it is. But that aside, flat out stole money from me. That is a crime. Do you guys understand that? Stealing money from somebody is a crime. But because it's the United States government, nobody is going to get punished for that. Nobody is going to go to jail for that. Nobody is going to be held accountable at the IRS for that fuck up. So, here's what I did. I finally call the IRS. I had to make 3 different phone calls. I had to call 3 different numbers, got transferred once, finally got to somebody who can help me. Just getting an actual person is a pain in the ass, by the way. Finally get to somebody who can help me, and this guy comes off as a complete ass. Like, straight up, he's an asshole. I tell him my situation. He goes, well, that doesn't help me. And I'm like, well, dude, what do you need? Straight up, what do you need? Because I gave you the whole situation. What do we need to do to fix this? And finally he goes, well, what tax year is this for? So I told him the tax year. And he goes, okay, I'm going to put you on hold for like 15 minutes. I said, okay, fine. So he puts me on hold, and he kind of comes back, and I could hear him, and it's clearly not directed at me. He turned on his mic before he meant to, and he goes, what did he say? He goes, are you kidding me? He's upset. He's really upset. Are you kidding me? So I hear this, And I go, hot mic? And he goes, oh, crap. So he goes, I'm sorry, man. He goes, we got some issues here going on with our computer system, and I'm dealing with that. I'm dealing with you. And the way he said I'm dealing with you was really condescending. I know he didn't mean anything by it, or if he did, then fuck him. But I'm going to assume he didn't mean anything by it. But he's clearly frustrated. He goes, all right, look, here's what happened. He goes, you did make the payment. You absolutely made the payment. No problems there. He goes, what happened was it posted to M30 instead of M35. He goes, I know you don't know what that means. He goes, it's internal within our systems. He goes, for whatever reason, it posted to M30 instead of M35. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer that money over to the correct account, and everything will be good, and you'll get the $109 back. I said, okay, awesome. He goes, I'm going to put you on hold. And I said, okay. So he puts me on hold. About another 15 minutes, 20 minutes go by, somewhere in there. It was a long time. Enough for me to record this video plus some. And he comes back and he goes, hey, thank you for your patience. So yeah, everything's transferred over. You're going to get your money, the money that we owe you within, he said like 6 to 8 business something. I'm assuming days, but it could be weeks. I have no clue. And I'm like, hey man, it's okay. You know, you were able to figure out what happened. I don't mind being on hold if the results turn out to be good, you know, if the results are to get it resolved one way or the other. And, you know, he ended up being really cool afterwards. You know, once he was able to calm down a little bit and figure out that, oh, this is what's going on. We actually did screw this guy. So he got it fixed, and so yeah, maybe I'll give you guys an update in 6 to 8 business whatever days or weeks. I could not understand what he was saying when he told me that. I don't know. What a boom. Yeah. So a year later, guys, over a year. No, not quite. That was in June. This is May. So almost a year after making this payment, it's finally gotten resolved. Because the IRS is completely inept. And I'm not talking about the people, well, I am talking about the people at the IRS. I'm not talking about all the people in the IRS. But, you know, they rely on automation so much. They rely on these computer programs that they have to automatically generate these letters and send them out. They rely on these computer programs to automatically take money from somebody. And they don't bother to check if they should even be doing that to begin with, if that person should have their name on that list to begin with. They don't bother. It's just like, yeah, okay, whatever. They owe us money. They're not going to pay. Just put them on the list. Nobody bothered to check. Nobody. That is ineptitude. Plain and simple ineptitude. That should never have happened. That should never have happened. It just blows my mind that nobody at the IRS bothered to check the account until I called them. I had to waste my time and energy this morning to call them. I spent almost 2 hours on the phone just trying to get this resolved, just to figure out, oh yes, we, the IRS, fucked up. We took your money. We stole your money. But it's all good. We gonna give it back. We gonna give it back. It's gonna take some time. We took it out right away, but it's gonna take us some time to get it back to you. What the fuck is that? Like, seriously? It's a direct deposit. It takes 1 day. Not even 1 day. I should have that money in my account within 2 hours. Easily. But again, they're inept. Absolutely inept. How does it take 6 to 8 business days or weeks? I'm assuming it's going to be weeks. It should be days. I'm actually assuming it's going to be weeks now because it is the government, it is the IRS. And the more I'm talking about, the more I realize how fucked up the whole thing is. It takes them that long. They'll take the money right away, but oh my God, if they owe you money, yeah, we gonna have to take some time with that. We're not gonna get it to you right away, okay, honey? You're just gonna have to wait. Oh. All right, I got that out of my system. It's out of my system. Maybe I'll give you guys an update. I don't know. If you want an update, let me know in the comments you want an update, and if the money comes in, I'll let you know. Really, they actually owe me more than the $109 that they took because I overpaid by like 12 bucks. Let me see, I got the paperwork right here. How much did I overpay by? Overpaid by $18. So they actually owe me like $127 is what they actually owe me. But I'm not going to sweat 12 bucks. I should, but I'm not going to. Anyways, so we just saw 2 battles where I got blowed up because I played like an absolute muppet in this one. The first video, my team played like absolute muppets. This video, it's on me. I played like an absolute muppet. I did not have situational awareness. I was not paying attention to the map like I'm always preaching people to do. Pay attention to the map. I didn't. I was so frustrated with being on hold and talking to this guy who at first came off rude. He ended up being very nice. Just so everybody knows, I have no ill thoughts about the gentleman that helped me out at the IRS. I'm actually very thankful to him. He ended up being very nice. He was frustrated because of stuff going on his side. I was frustrated because of stuff going on my side. It's all good. He ended up being very nice. Hopefully he realized that I wasn't mad at him. I didn't come off. I never placed blame on him, but he might have taken it that way. I don't know. But yeah. Anyways. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I played like a muppet on this match. My team played like a muppet on the last match, and yeah. And apparently I forgot to go to a different perspective, so I do apologize for that. Now would be a good time to end the video, so let's go ahead and do that. If you like this video, hit that like button. If I've earned it, hit that subscribe button. And as always, be safe, be cool, and have fun. We'll catch you in the next one.